Dating may seem harder than it looks. Well, that just may be the case for me. Every Friday night after work, I would go to the bar and drink with some friends. However, one particular night stood out and I didn't think I would be able to tell this story. It was the usual group, me and two of my boys. We love to drink, but unlike those two, I don't go overboard and drink till I pass out. I only do it for the buzz. After a few drinks, this lady came and sat right next to me and asked if I could buy her a drink. I wasn't a cheap person, so I gladly paid for her drink, and she introduced herself as Amy. She was flirting with me from the start, and I can tell. I did my best to keep my cool and flirt back in a smooth way. I think this girl was really into me. While the boys were playing pool on the other side, I was chatting it up with a pretty girl. At this point, I ordered about 5 shots of tequila by now, which was way above my threshold. I only did it because of her and didn't want to seem like a lame at the bar, not drinking anything. She, on the other hand, only took that one drink I bought her since the start, but I didn't really care. Everything was good, and we seemed to click. I showed her how to play pool and even taught her up close and personal, if you know what I mean. She was laughing and giggling to almost every sentence I said. I can tell this was my night, and I was destined to be with this girl for the rest of my life. After many drinks, a few games of pool, she asked me if I wanted to go home with her and have some fun. Any fool would be dumb to turn this opportunity down, and I wasn't trying to waste any time. I told her I'm totally down. How far do you live? She said it was outside the city, but wouldn't take too long, so I agreed. I told my boys, hey, I'm about to score tonight. You guys have fun. After we left the bar, she told me to follow her back to her place. I saw her get into a really old beat-up Ford Explorer. I just tailed her until we got back to her place. On our way there, I noticed she didn't have a license plate. This was super illegal, so I didn't know what to do. Maybe she just forgot to put her plates on. Oh well. When we got there, she invited me inside, and this house was huge. It looked like a castle outside, and when I got inside, that's when things really opened up. She had a huge staircase, big living room, and just everything about the house just called me broke in 20 different languages. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. I still don't know why she had this incredible house, but drove an old beat-up SUV. Something wasn't adding up, but I didn't care. I just wanted to enjoy myself for the night. She took me on a tour all around her house, and we popped bottles all night. Apparently, she lives alone. According to her, she was divorced a few years ago. We played air hockey inside her room, ran around everywhere together, played tag, and just turned into kids for the night. I was really enjoying myself, and then we decided to lay down on her expensive leather couch, watching Netflix on a huge 4K TV. She said something to me. I want you to sleep over. I told her yes 1,000,000 times. Besides, it wasn't like I had anything else better to do. After a night of lovemaking and knocking out together watching TV, I woke up in the middle of the night. I checked my phone and it was almost 5 a.m. I lifted her off my chest and got up from the couch to go pee. The restroom was quite a walk from the living room. This place was huge. When I got done doing my business, I decided to be a little curious and wandered around her house. Apparently, there's a door she never told me about. We walked past it a few times before, but she never told me about it. She showed me everything but this door, so I went to go look for myself. I honestly didn't want to wake her up since I was already snooping around her house. I creeped the door open silently and saw that it led to a basement. I flicked the light switch on real quick and tiptoed down the stairs. Knowing her and all this money that she had, it was probably another private studio or pool tables. When I finally got down, I didn't really see anything. There were unfinished rooms downstairs, but I saw something in the way in the corner next to the basement door that leads outside. I turned on my phone flashlight and it revealed a bunch of black bags. This wasn't no ordinary bags. These were body bags, and I quickly knew that because the smell started invading my nose, almost making me gag. I instantly ran back up the stairs as quietly as I could. My fight or flight instincts kicked in, and I don't think this girl seems to be the type of girl I thought she was. When I got upstairs from the basement, I turned off the lights and quietly shut the door. I went back to the living room, and luckily she was still asleep. My heart started pounding at this point. I just wanted to escape. Millions of questions started popping up in my head, and I was in this stranger's house full of dead bodies. I put my clothes on and left through her front door and quietly shut it. After that, I ran at this point and didn't care if she noticed me or not. I cranked up my car and sped out of her huge driveway and drove straight home. From this day on, I don't remember exactly where her house was, nor do I know why she had a whole bunch of body bags full of rotting people in her basement. I just don't know, but for all I know, I could have been her next victim that night.